Do you really think she's forgotten about you? That she's completely moved on without a second thought? Or is it just an illusion, one carefully crafted to make you believe something that isn't real? Your mind is playing tricks on you, making you overanalyze her every move, every post, every smile. You see her laughing on social media, hanging out with new people, and looking happier than ever. But is she really? Or is this just the mask people wear after a breakup? Have you ever wondered why we assume someone's online presence reflects their true feelings? The Stoics knew better than to trust mere appearances. They believed that what truly matters isn't what you see, but what you know deep inside. Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Right now, your reaction is controlling you, making you feel trapped in a cycle of self-doubt and overthinking. But let me ask you, what if she's doing the exact same thing? What if her happiness is just a performance, a coping mechanism? People don't show their pain. They hide it behind filters, captions, and fake smiles. The truth is, moving on isn't about what someone looks like on the outside. It's about what's happening inside. You assume she's over you because she's not reaching out. But silence isn't proof of indifference. It's just another way people deal with heartbreak. Haven't you ever pretended to be okay when you weren't? Then why do you assume she's any different? The Stoics teach us to focus only on what we can control. Can you control her actions, her emotions, her choices? Number. The only thing you can control is your own mind. And the sooner you realize that, the sooner you'll break free from this illusion. So tell me, will you keep obsessing over a version of reality that isn't even real? Or will you take back your power, master your emotions, and move forward with the strength of a true Stoic? Comment below. What is the biggest Stoic lesson you've learned? Reviewer, social media is a highlight reel. Don't fall for the facade of a perfect life. Do you really think everything you see online is real? That every smile, every post, every perfect moment reflects the truth? Or is it just a carefully curated illusion? You scroll through her profile, seeing her smiling, traveling, and living a life that seems untouched by pain. You tell yourself, she's so much happier without me. She's already moved on. But let me ask you, is social media real life? Or is it just the version people want the world to see? The Stoics knew better than to be deceived by surface-level appearances. Seneca once said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Right now you're suffering not because of the truth, but because of the story your mind is creating. Think about it. When was the last time you posted your struggles online? Did you share your lowest moments, your doubts, or the nights you couldn't sleep? People don't broadcast their pain, they hide it. So why do you believe her life is different? She's not posting her sadness, her regrets, or the nights she stares at her phone, resisting the urge to text you. She's showing you what she wants you to see. Social media is a highlight reel, not reality. It's designed to make life look perfect, even when it's falling apart. The Stoics teach us not to chase illusions, not to be swayed by emotions triggered by external appearances. If she really moved on, why does she still post things that remind you of her? Why does she make sure you see her happiness? Real peace doesn't need validation. You have two choices: stay trapped in the illusion, obsessing over an edited version of her life, or step back and see things for what they really are. So, what will you choose? Comment below. Have you ever fallen for the illusion of social media? The power of emotional detachment. How to break free from the mental loop. Why do you keep thinking about her? Why does she still occupy your mind even when you know it's over? Are you truly heartbroken, or are you just trapped in a cycle of attachment? Right now, you feel stuck. No matter what you do, your mind keeps bringing you back to the past. The same memories, the same what-ifs, the same endless overthinking. Why did she leave? Is she happier now? Did I mean nothing to her? But let me ask you, what do these thoughts actually give you? Do they change the past? Do they bring her back? Or do they just keep you in a mental prison of your own making? The Stoics understood that suffering doesn't come from events themselves, but from how we react to them. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Your pain doesn't come from her leaving. It comes from your attachment to what was. Emotional detachment isn't about becoming cold or heartless. It's about freeing yourself from the chains of your own mind. But how do you do it? How do you escape this endless loop of emotions and overthinking? 1. Realize that emotions are just thoughts, not reality. Right now, your emotions feel overwhelming, like an unstoppable force. But are they really? The Stoics believed that emotions are just thoughts dressed in intensity. Have you ever been angry at someone, only to calm down and realize you overreacted? That's proof that emotions are temporary and often misleading. You feel like you still need her, like you'll never find someone else, but that's just a thought. And like every thought, it will pass if you stop feeding it. The next time you feel consumed by emotions, stop and ask yourself, is this emotion real, or is it just my mind trying to control me? Observe it, acknowledge it, and let it fade. You are not your emotions. You are the observer of them. Second shift. Your focus to the present moment. Your pain exists because you are either stuck in the past or worried about the future. You replay old memories, overanalyze her actions, and fear what's next. But the Stoics knew that peace comes from focusing on now. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." Let go of your obsession with what she thinks, with how she's acting, with what might happen. None of that matters. Detach yourself from the illusion of control. You cannot change what already happened. You cannot predict the future. But you can control your now. When you feel yourself slipping into overthinking, bring yourself back to the present. Take a deep breath. Feel your surroundings. Focus on what you can do today to improve yourself. Third stop, feeding the obsession. Be honest. How often do you check her social media? How often do you revisit old messages? Every time you do, you reopen the wound. The more you expose yourself to her life, the harder it becomes to move on. The Stoics believed in discipline over desire. If you want to break free, you must stop feeding the obsession. Block, mute, delete. Do whatever it takes to remove the triggers that keep you stuck. You don't have to hate her. You don't even have to forget her. But you must create distance. Every time you resist the urge to check on her, you take back a piece of your power. 4. Redefine what moving on means. You think moving on means forgetting, that one day you'll wake up and not care. But that's not true. The Stoics never taught that you should erase your past. Instead, they taught that you should transform it into more wisdom. Seneca wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." This experience is making you stronger. It's teaching you what love really is, what attachment feels like, and how to master your emotions. Moving on isn't about forgetting. It's about growing. It's about reaching a point where her existence no longer controls you, where her happiness or sadness no longer dictates your own. True detachment means you no longer seek answers. You simply accept what is and move forward with clarity. The final truth: you are free. Right now, you believe you're still connected to her. But the truth is, you've always been free. You were never trapped. The only prison was your own mind. The moment you stop resisting, the moment you accept reality as it is, you will feel a weight lift off your shoulders. So, will you keep living in the illusion? Or will you break the cycle and reclaim your inner peace? Comment below. What's the most powerful Stoic lesson you've learned about detachment? Reclaiming your inner peace. Shift your focus and regain control of your mind. Why are you still holding on? Why are you letting someone who is no longer in your life control your thoughts, your emotions, and your peace? You say you want to move on, but every time you think about her, you fall right back into the same cycle. The cycle of overthinking, pain, and regret. But here's the truth. Peace isn't something you find. It's something you create. Right now, you feel lost. Your mind keeps drifting back to the past, replaying old conversations, imagining different outcomes, wondering if things could have gone another way. But has that ever changed anything? You already know the answer, no. All it has done is keep you stuck, draining your energy, making you a prisoner of your own thoughts. But let me ask you, what if, instead of giving your attention to someone who isn't thinking about you, you gave it back to yourself? The Stoics believed that peace comes from within, not from external circumstances. Epictetus once said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control." Right now, your mind is chained to the past, to someone who is no longer in your life. But why? What are you really holding on to? Is it love, or is it the fear of letting go? You think moving on means forgetting her, but that's not true. Moving on means freeing yourself from the weight of what no longer serves you. It means shifting your focus away from what's missing and back to what's within you. Because the more you focus on her, the more power you give her over your emotions. And the more power you give her, the further you drift from your own peace. Let's be honest. How much time have you wasted thinking about her? How many days, weeks, or even months have gone by where she has lived rent-free in your mind while your life stayed on pause? Ask yourself, if you had put that same energy into yourself, into your goals, your growth, and your purpose, where would you be right now? The Stoics teach us that our energy should be directed only toward what we can control. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is where your peace begins, by shifting your focus away from her and back to your own life. Stop seeking answers from the past and start creating your future. So how do you do that? How do you take back control of your mind? You start by changing your habits. Cut off distractions. If her social media is keeping you stuck, unfollow. If certain places or people remind you of her, create new experiences. Stop exposing yourself to things that trigger old emotions. Redirect your energy. Instead of using your time to overanalyze the past, invest it in something meaningful. Your health, your skills, your ambitions. Build a version of yourself so strong that you no longer feel the need to look back. Embrace solitude. Don't be afraid to be alone. Solitude isn't loneliness, it's power. It's where you truly meet yourself, where you learn to enjoy your own company, where you realize that you were never incomplete to begin with. This is the key. When you reclaim your focus, you reclaim your peace. And when you reclaim your peace, you become untouchable. You no longer need closure. You no longer crave validation. You no longer depend on someone else for happiness. So, what will you choose? Will you keep living in the past, chasing an illusion? Or will you step into the present and reclaim your power? The answer is yours to make. Comment below. What's one thing you're doing today to take back control of your mind?